Hello and welcome to True Guidance Tarot, where we explore re-empowerment. I'm Adriana Teodoro-Dier. I am a spiritual medium and intuitive reader. Today with a guided message for Aquarius. We're going to uncover this message together as we figure out what Spirit and the other side would like you to know on your journey this week. So we start with a journey, the Prince of Wands. Getting a very enthusiastic energy off of this card. That there's a desire to, there's just kind of a joyful zest for life happening. Whether this is you or somebody in your life, this energy is very apparent for you right now this week. And this is also the energy that's going to help spur you on. So if you're not feeling this way, either you need to get yourself feeling this way or put yourself around someone who is this way so that you can kind of realign yourself, because it's this joy, this enthusiasm and zest for the quest that is going to really help you this week. We have the Star for the way you're feeling, and so that there's a little bit of an opposition going on here, because you're kind of like, no, I don't want to come out yet. I still want to heal. I still have things I need to do. I'm still not quite balanced yet. But the universe is calling you out. The universe wants you out, not in this week. And it's kind of saying, you're fine, you're rebalanced, you're okay, everything's going fine. But let's get out. We've got more to do. We've got more to uncover, and we've got more to experience. At this stage, staying in is not going to help you get any more healing. It's actually going to keep you more stagnant. Whereas this call forward with all that positive energy gives you the next step. So let's look at your advice and also any other words of wisdom they have for you. We've got the Queen of Swords, Strength card back to her, and then Five of Wands. So we've got the head and the heart in a bit of a battle here. You just kind of look at what's going on. I think this is why it's hard to go out. Notice this red color, desire, enthusiasm, passion color. The head, for some reason, wants to stay. Well, that's interesting. I'm going to put him down for a second. The head wants to stay in. You see how she's facing the star? She wants to stay in here. But yet the star the Prince of Wands is zooming over to the Strength card. If he could only get to the Strength card, he'd be so happy. So let's just look at this Queen of Swords here, because there's something in the way you're thinking that's causing you to want to stay in this healing place beyond the place that it's actually healing. Sometimes we want to hold on to crutches when we don't need them anymore. Or we want to put bandages on our wounds when we don't need to, because the skin's already healed. And the thing is, if you think about either the bandage or the crutches metaphor, if you are to keep using those bandages or crutches past the point of healing, what's going to happen? So if your leg is healed and yet you're still using crutches, then it's the use of crutches is going to start to do things to your spine or do things to your arm. And then your leg will never be able to really use its full strength. Strength card. If you keep the bandage on your skin too long, then once the skin is healed, now that bandage starts trapping moisture in there. And actually you undo the healing, because then you're going to maybe get infection, and that's how gangrene tends to say. So we've got spiritual gangrene going on. That's great, isn't it? Gross. But there's a conflict here. This Five of Wands representing a friendly conflict. So this is not something huge, and this is not something you're going to have to go into the woods and do soul searching for. This is just a little bit of awareness that there is a transformation that's starting to happen, that you have your vitality, you have your strength back, you have some of that kind of second chakra passion back, and it's ready to come out. But your mind doesn't want it to come out, so then it becomes an internal fight to keep it in, really. but this guy's coming out. There's also because I'm seeing these three cards, there's an element of sexual vitality also, that's ready to come out and be expressed. And it doesn't necessarily, sexual energy doesn't always have to be expressed through sexuality. What it is just creative life force energy. So it can be poured into creativity. It can be poured into doing what you really love to do. It doesn't have to be just sexuality. But there is that idea that you've got all of this kind of sexual energy happening, and the mind is keeping it kind of stuck. The mind is keeping it down, saying, no, no, we're not allowed to go out and express that. We've got to heal some more. But that healing is done. Really, I'm feeling that, Aquarius. Your healing is done. It's really time to go out there and explore with passion and enthusiasm and joy, like we talked about in the beginning. So notice I didn't say go and express your sexuality and in any way. This is about searching, getting yourself out, and allowing that energy to fuel you and power you in your quests, in your looking for things. Because that's really the essence of desire, looking for things. Otherwise, we wouldn't go out. We would just stay put. We would stay inert. We wouldn't have any movement if we didn't have desire. We are wired to have desire. So this is about kind of unleashing a little bit, Aquarius, letting that mind go a bit and just letting your heart run, but in a positive way. This is not about getting involved in negative entanglements. This is about getting involved in things that truly cause you joy, in things that really make you feel alive again. So questions about that, Aquarius, let me know. I know we had a lot of different things going on in there, and I always love to hear from you. Just know that. If you are interested in some one-on-one guidance, or you've been craving some, I do have a website, True Guidance Tarot, which shows you all the different offerings of one-on-one readings that you can experience if you choose. And what's the other thing? Oh yes, if you'd like to be, I'd love to see you again next week here on the channel. I do these readings every Saturday. So if you'd like to be there, I'd love to see you there, and have a great week.